Listen, if I've learned anything in this life, I've learned that if you set a standard for yourself, life is going to give you every opportunity to prove that standard. Say that you just want to do the right thing, you want to be a good person, and you want to tell the truth when it matters. Life is going to present you with a million different scenarios and situations where you get to prove to yourself whether you really are about holding that standard or you're just going to be lulled back to sleep via the easy route, which is passing the buck or cowarding out. You know what I mean? Literally, that's all it is. It's just cowarding out. That's why when we were kids, or at least I can speak from my own experience, as a kid, it was always easier for me to lie. It was easier for me to point the finger at someone else, pass the buck, say it wasn't me. Because it's generally speaking, it's a lot easier to not own up to your shit and to take responsibility and accountability. But if being a better person, being a more honest, a more genuine, a more transparent person is your goal, then you gotta start doing the hard shit sometimes, which is taking that accountability, taking that responsibility, and telling the truth when you don't want to, and all of these kind of things, man. Life is gonna give you a million opportunities every single day to walk in congruence with that. A better example would be, I want to stop drinking, and now you say you want to stop drinking, but you're in a situation where all of the people around you drink. You're always being offered drinks. You're always being asked to go to places where drinks are frequently served, so on and so forth. This is your opportunity every time. Every time that you say no, you're walking in congruence with that standard that you say you want to hold for yourself. You're going to get the opportunities, man. Are you going to do what's difficult? Or are you going to do what's easy? You know, and it's never going to be easy, especially when you're trying to break bad habits or you're trying to live up to better standards for yourself. It's never going to be easy, but I can guarantee you that it's always going to be worth it. I think about my life up until this point, man, and you know, there's this saying like, be grateful for where you are now because there was only a time where you dreamed about being that person or something to that extent. You know, you used to want to be where you are right now, so be grateful where you are, something like that. And I was in the car driving and I was thinking about that exact quote, and I was like, damn, it's so true. I remember when I couldn't hold any sort of, I was fucking lawless, had no sort of standard set for myself at all. Just out here just living fucking however I felt like I wanted to live. And it's fun sometimes, you know, or at least it's perceived as fun. It's not really fun because I suffered from it terribly. And most people do, they just aren't willing to admit it. But I suffered terribly from living like that, with just no standards, just like whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do it. If I don't feel like doing it, I'm not going to do it. That kind of lifestyle. And then I look at myself now and I'm like, I only dreamed about being the kind of person that I am right now back then. I only dreamed about it. I thought it wasn't even possible. So that's why, like, now I have so much faith in myself because I've consistently proved to myself that I have the capability of reaching newer levels within self. You get what I'm saying? I've been able to hold standards and get better and better and better and better. So I have faith that in the future, I'm only going to surpass where I am now, you know? And there's going to be one day where I look back at who I am now and say, damn, blow that guy out of the water, you know what I'm saying? And that's the goal. But I can only do that if I write these standards in my heart and in my spirit and be convicted by them to a point where it eats me up on the inside if I do not make the attempt every time that one of those situations presents itself to walk in congruence with that standard that I've set for myself. You understand? I have to try and be in congruence with that. If I don't do it, it'll eat me. Oh, it just eat at my soul, because I know that I'm not being the person who I truly aspire to be. And to me, in my life, I only want to reach higher heights and newer levels within self first, because fuck all the external shit. I want to reach new levels within self to be a more honest, genuine, fucking real individual. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody who is just, I don't know, man. I've always just aspired to be just someone who can just be a fucking light, man. Because I know that it's in me. I know that it's in me to be better than I am, and to be better for other people around me, bro. Because I see so much fucking suffering, and I see so many people who just don't seem to get that who they are and how they interact and show up in the world has an effect on people around them. You know, people care so much about wanting to help others, but they don't even begin to tap into trying to fix themselves. And that's a whole different video. But I know that I want to reach these higher heights, and I can only do that by standing in congruence with these standards that I set for myself every day. I fall short often, very often. And the only thing that makes it mean anything is the fact that I'm just never going to stop trying. Never. I've dedicated my life to only trying to reach those higher heights within self. Because like I said, we're not worried about the external shit right now. Everything will come together in due time, as long as I am trying to set these standards, walk in congruence, and turn these standards into a way of life. They're no longer something that I'm aspiring to be. Now this is just who I am. I'm telling you, man, it's a different game. It's a different game. This is where we are, man. This is where we are. Your life is going to give you the tests. It's going to give you every opportunity to level the fuck up. It's going to give you every opportunity to level up. It's going to present things, and either you're going to step in and say, fuck it, this is who I know this is who I want to be. I got to just do it. And sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's frightening to do those things. But I would much rather do something that is scary to me than to live my life scary. You know what I mean? And be cowered away from shit forever. Because for too long, I lived in that exact manner. Just being so afraid of every fucking thing. Afraid of people not liking me anymore. Afraid of what he thinks, what she thinks, what they think. Motherfuck that, bro. I can't do it. Even when it comes to this stuff. Like, you know how many people I know personally have probably said, what the fuck is he doing? Like, get the fuck out of here. Or have had whatever to say. I mean, I'm sure there's people who, obviously I know there's people who enjoy or appreciate what it is that I'm doing here. But there's plenty of people who I've probably known my whole life who are clowning me or saying all types of dumb shit. And I could give a fuck less. They ain't said it to me, and they never will. And if they do, respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect to you. Because at least you are genuine and thorough enough to say it to my face. Most people will never say nothing to me. But I understand these are the things that I used to worry about. I used to give such a fuck about. Bro, I know my trajectory. I know what I'm trying to do within self and in my life and amongst the people who know and love and care about me and who have to interact with me. That's what I give a fuck about. And that's what you should give a fuck about. Instead of, worrying about everything else under the sun. But listen, it's up to you, brother, sister, whatever. Just know you're going to be tested. Set the standards for yourself. Let the test come. And then fucking prove who you are. I mean, I could say the same thing a million times. You know what I mean? I could say it over and over and over and over again. And it's going to ring true every time to somebody. because I know that it's real, because it's changed my fucking life. Otherwise, I would not be here speaking about it if it hadn't. It's changed my life, man. It's truly changed my life. And people who know me and are close to me can say to you, this isn't even the same person that I used to know. Good. Good. I appreciate y'all watching once again. Peace.